Good morning, afternoon, or whatever time period it is when you watch this video. Welcome back to this week's Wellness Chat and Check-In. I'm your host, Love Goddess. How you doing? How you feeling? Question for you. What's your biggest fear? And in follow-up question, is it a rational fear or an irrational fear? So I'll go first. My biggest fear is being misunderstood. Because it's not being afraid of the dark. I mean, I have several fears, but if I had to choose, which I do, my biggest one is being misunderstood. And sometimes I can let that go unchecked, and it typically wreaks havoc in my life, particularly in my wellness journey. So today we are talking about fears, how they go unchecked, how they can negatively affect the way we live our lives, the way that we interact with people. So fears. What's your fear? What you afraid of? I want us to think about how it actually stops us. So many fears actually stop us from doing what we want to do. Sometimes we won't move when we want to leave a job, leave a relationship, start a job, start a new project, move forward in our lives in general because of these fears. And now I'm wondering, why do we do that? Why do we do that? What is the point of us doing that? Of being so afraid that we can't move? We can't go anywhere. We can't see anyone. We can't do what makes us happy because we're afraid of whatever thing that we're afraid of, which, is valid. You probably have a really good reason why you're afraid of whatever thing that you actually answered the question. If you did, I hope you did. But so often we end up letting that fear control our lives. So for me, with my fear of being misunderstood, sometimes I will deliberately close myself off from people because I assume whatever I will say will be misunderstood. I don't want to deal with that. So if I don't tell you things, you can't misunderstand me. Even though I am realizing, or have been realizing, that not speaking gives me the same result that I was trying to avoid. Because then people think that I'm not willing to speak to them, or I might be cold or aloof. I mean, I am aloof. But I'm friendly enough. But it stops me. It stops me from making new friends. It stops me from just talking to people. And how am I supposed to be able to do the things that I want to do? Like, be a content creator where I interact with an audience. How am I supposed to do that if I don't speak to people or carry a conversation with people? And I was trying to find a particular article to link in the description, and I probably did find one, so link in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. An article where it talks about how unchecked fear can be a detriment to ourselves, and what are the top fears of, the human race and shit like that. And I might just list them right here. I mean, I hope I did. I hope I did. But there are a lot of fears that we have that are pretty common that are kind of irrational. Like the fear of the unknown, which is also a big fear of mine, but not my number one fear. You can't control what you don't know. And personally, I believe that you're not supposed to control what you don't know. That's just not how it works. And even though that sucks, I mean, what else are you going to do? Be upset at the thing that you don't know is going to happen or how it's going to affect you? That's just not how this works. So while I'm working on my irrational fear of being misunderstood, because it is kind of irrational at this point, I got some questions for y'all so that we can work together, at least work at the same time. So, what is your biggest fear? First question. Is it rational or irrational? Second question. And third, do you want to let go of it? Because sometimes we get attached to our fears. It kind of feels like they are an integral part of who we are as people. And they don't have to be. I mean, if you want it to be, let's just be honest. Do you want it to be? That's the third question. From there, maybe I'll do a follow-up on how to let go of our fears. Y'all let me know if you want to see that. Follow me on social media, on these places. I love you guys. I will see you next week to talk about another wellness related thing. I don't remember what the topic is. I'll probably look at it right after I turn off this camera. All right. Bye.